Why rent a boat, not a house?
There was nothing else available at short notice. I figured I'd rent it for 6 months while I scout around for something more permanent.
Mark moved through the narrow wooden cabin, shedding his walking boots and sweatshirt while trying to continue the conversation with the detective constable. He could hear her on the other side of the minuscule window, hovering on the shallow deck while she waited, her heels clomping on the wooden surface every few seconds as her shadow passed across the net curtain. I'd never have thought to rent a boat, she said.
It was easy. I made some phone calls, introduced myself to a few of the regulars at the marina in town, and signed the lease 3 weeks ago.
Why don't you moor closer to town? It would be easier to get to.
That's the whole idea. It's not easy to get to. I need peace and quiet.
He balanced on one foot and removed his jeans, knocking his elbow against the timber-panelled wall before opening the single cupboard that served as his wardrobe and tugged a pair of black trousers off a plastic hanger. The movement sent it clanging against the back of the wardrobe, echoing off the walls. Won't it be cold in the winter? Said Jan. I can't see a chimney like your neighbour's boat has.
It's only temporary. I plan to move into a house before it gets too cold. Anyway, lots of people live on narrowboats, don't they?
A shirt hung over the back of a chair next to the window, and he snatched it up, holding it to his nose for a moment. It would have to do. What about all your stuff?
Storage place on the outskirts of town. He grimaced. Costs a fortune.
He hopped about, pulling on a pair of smart black boots he'd found on sale in a shop in Oxford prior to his formal interview. That done, he reached out for a jacket he'd left lying on the duvet and made his way along the main cabin while he secured a tie under his shirt collar, past the boxes that lined the seats each side and filled the galley, and pushed open the door. Jan was standing with her back to him, tying her mid-length brown hair into a neat bun at the nape of her neck. She turned at the sound of the cabin door closing and dropped her hands to her sides, green eyes appraising him. Ready? She said.
Yes.
She jerked her chin over her shoulder to where Hamish was on his back in the grass, his tongue lolling. You should keep your dog under control, by the way.
He's not my dog.
What do you mean?
He turned up on the towpath one day and jumped on board. I've got no idea where he's from.
Hasn't anyone been looking for him?
No.
He leapt from the deck in one long stride. Oh. She reached out to steady herself as the boat rocked. That's sad, isn't it? What sort of dog is he?
I don't know. A mongrel, I suppose. Bit of schnauzer, a bit of terrier, and a bit of something else.
She didn't answer, and when he glanced over his shoulder, he noticed she had climbed off the boat and onto the towpath, a look of unease on her face. Aren't you going to lock it?
No, it'll be fine. Lucy next door will keep an eye on it for me.
He bit back a smile as she cast a glance at the narrowboat next to his, its decorations of wind chimes, bright flower pots, and hanging baskets, contrasting strikingly with his own boat.